Hello, today we're going to speak about Snoezelen. Snoezelen is a therapy that is mainly used with people with autism and neurodivergencies and also with people with dementia, but let's be honest, everybody can use it. The multisensory rooms at any time is good for everybody. So what is Snoezelen? Snoezelen is basically personalized and customized environment. They can be both soothing and they can stimulate the senses. So it's mainly used with objects and with things that can stimulate our four senses. So sight, hearing, touch and smell. Sensory rooms can be used with people that are overstimulated and people understimulated. So basically when someone is overstimulated, there's specific objects and activities inside of a sensory room. They can soothe them, they can calm down, they can relax their senses. And on the other hand, there's also something that can stimulate the senses. So if someone is understimulated and is withdrawn, that specific environment can also do the opposite to them. So today I'm going to speak with Amy from 7-Eleven Arts and Coffee. I'm also going to speak with James from Marsham Court Hotel, and we're going to have a look as well within Science Zone, which is a place with science activities for children and for everybody. And what all those places have in common? Yes, they all implement a sensory room in their own business. So today we're going to find out what they think about sensory rooms, if it's worth it or not, what is the importance of multisensory rooms in the community. So if you like Snoezelen and this kind of therapies, please subscribe to the channel, leave your thumbs up and leave in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think multisensory rooms are important in our community? Hello.
Hi.
So can you tell me a bit more about how did came this idea of creating a sensory room in the coffee shop?
This is Safe Haven Arts and Coffee, and we are linked to a charity called Safe Empowerment. This charity supports vulnerable people going through domestic abuse, and they have mentors alongside the charity side, and then this cafe is alongside it, and it's a therapeutic cafe in order to make everyone feel safe and happy. The sensory room completely free, no need to book, use at any time, whenever anyone wants to, and again it's a safe place.
Yeah, and we know sometimes with sensory rooms it's a bit expensive, so do you think there's any other options?
Yeah, so you don't need to go for the expensive route, and yeah, because we're a charity, a lot of it is like gifted to us, and so we have a lot of fundraising and things like that in order to help supply the resources.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, you can just have like simple like fidget toys, or even like our sensory room is made to kind of feel like you're at home. Like we've got blankets, we've got cuddly toys. So no, it doesn't have to be expensive at all.
Yeah. And I see you have other arts as well. So you think it has a good impact on the clients?
Yeah.
Do you think it makes a difference?
Absolutely. I think like doing any sort of arts is quite like relaxing and calming, and it's also like a nice social activity as well. And yeah, all the clients that we've had so far that have done our art, we've had such great feedback, and they love it and they come back and do more, and yeah, it's really nice.
I'm pretty sure it's very relaxing, even for work. I'll probably come back here.
Absolutely. I even come on my days off.
Yeah.
Do it as well.
All right, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Can you tell me a bit more how it came from this idea of having a sensory room in a hotel?
Okay, so about 10 years ago we were embarking on an accessibility project in general in the hotel. That came out of family experience. My mum had a very severe form of cancer which attacked her spine, and she became a wheelchair user. My cousin's daughter is also a wheelchair user. She has cerebral palsy. And so we have a lot of family experience with physical disabilities specifically. So we started on that journey to create a truly accessible hotel. And while we were doing this project, we spoke to a lot of charities about what would be the most useful things to put into the hotel. And the idea of a sensory room came about when we were talking to some of our neurodiversity charities that we partner with. And we looked into it, and actually it was something that for us was quite a simple thing to put in place. There are companies out there that will manage the whole project for you. They know what to put in, they know how to do it. We actually had what was an old storeroom before that was really not used very much, and it was really easy for us to clear that out and create a space that was the perfect size for it. And so what was a really underused space but has now become a really amazing space that people use almost every day in the building.
Yeah, you said that there are some companies that actually do those kind of sensory rooms, and I know from experience because I work in care with people with dementia and autism as well. I've worked before, and I know there's companies like Rompa that actually do, but it's quite expensive. So do you think there's any other ways that we can do a sensory room in more like an affordable way?
Absolutely. A lot of the companies that are out there that do sensory rooms also do smaller, more portable things like sensory trolleys and things like that, sensory packs. So you don't have to have a whole room dedicated to it as well. It's something that your team can have, that can be offered if you have a quieter space somewhere. A lot of the sensory things are not even all light installations. A lot of it is about texture and touch, smell, things like that. So there's so many different things you can do with sensory that doesn't have to be an entire space.
Exactly. And do you think it has like a good impact on the clients? And I don't know if staff can use it or not, but do you think it has a good impact on people?
Absolutely, it has a great impact on people, and I think as well as the impact that it has on people, it has a big impact on the business. It's really changed our reputation, everything that we do within the disability space, both physical and neurodivergency.
It ends up to be more inclusive, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And we have a lot of people now who come and use us, even if they don't need the facilities, they use us because they like the ethics behind it and the moral aspect of it. So we have a lot of charities that use us for their training courses and their trustees meetings and things like that, and they can choose us because they know that our ethos is really, really good and really solid. We have a lot of people that come in and use the sensory room and have lunch in the bar and things like that. So it's opened us up to a whole new market of people. And we've been doing it now for quite a long time. I'm actually the Disability and Access Ambassador for the hospitality industry in the UK. So I speak to a lot of businesses all around the country about accessibility needs within the hospitality industry. And it really is starting to change. Slowly it's starting to change the landscape.
Well, I was going to ask you actually, do you think there's a lack of implementation of those kind of things?
Absolutely.
Not only in hospitality, but in general?
Absolutely, there's big gaps, and there's so much more we can be doing. I think a lot of the time when we talk about inclusivity, people talk a lot about gender, sexuality, race. The disabled conversation doesn't happen as much as it should.
As often, yeah.
And people don't automatically think of it as an inclusivity aspect, and it is. It absolutely is. And this is coming from a member of the LGBTQ community. We need to focus on the disabled community more than we do. Absolutely.
Yeah, especially now that there's more even diagnosis within the neurodivergency and autistic spectrum.
Absolutely. I mean, Diagnosis is on the increase, but at the moment we've very quickly in this country, because of that, gone from 1 in 5 people having a disability to we're very close to 1 in 4 now. I think we're over 24% of the population in this country. And that is something you can't ignore. You know, if you ignore these things, not only are you potentially excluding those people, a family who will come with them and things like that, we can't ignore.
It's for everybody, right?
Absolutely.
Even for people that are not neurodivergent or don't have a disability. It's a good thing, right? Because it makes us more relaxed.
Absolutely. We work very hard as well here on our employability. 20% of our employees have a declared disability. And what that does is it creates, what we always say, we like to create a community within the hotel that reflects the community outside of the hotel. And we work really, really hard to do that. That increases our standing with our employees because they love working for a company that has that ethos and that drive. I think nowadays we're in an industry where young people work in our industry. We have a lot of young people working in the industry, and young people nowadays, it's not just about money, it's not just about remuneration. They want to work for a company that they can believe in, that has good morals, good ethics, that thinks about that thinks about sustainability, that thinks about inclusivity, that thinks about how do we do good within our community, and that is what we focus on. And because of that, we have employees that work for us for a long time. They really care, they really want to be a part of that, and we get comments from our guests as well. So
I feel that in care homes mainly they lack a lot because they have like a lot of dementia, and I feel that most of the care homes don't really have these kind of sensory rooms for the residents, and even for staff, because even mentally for staff it's not easy.
It's really hard.
So
I think people underestimate how hard it is working in that environment, and I think people underestimate how difficult it can be working with customers. Businesses, we have customers all the time, and some of our customers are regulars and things like that. In a care home, you have people that you work with day in, day out, who you see slowly getting worse in their health, and dealing with grief and them passing away is really hard. Whether you have poor mental health or not, you should be managing your mental health and thinking about it and maintaining it, because otherwise it can sneak up on you.